Sorry, kitty. Hey, Eli. Hey, boss. No, I'm doing great. Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome back to Strange Antiquities, where we are a bumbling apprentice who's been left in charge of our master's antiquities shop while he's off fruiting around dealing with suspicious occult happenings. I assume there's a thing with ravens, a guy with black eyes who I'm pretty sure we maybe sold something to right before that happened. I'm just saying. So that's fine. Let's leap back into it. We'll end the day. At the end of a long passageway, after days spent clearing away dangerous rockfalls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it they found a small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. That's a relief. Which way am I going now? Oh, that was a very easy drawing. And a very helpful clue. I assume we're looking for a building shaped like that. And fair enough too. We will do that straight away, I think. One thing I've learned from Strange Horticulture is you're best off doing these clues immediately. But what I don't know, for example, I can't rotate this, I don't think. So am I looking for something that is literally straight up and down? Or probably not, right? Alright, I've been sitting here staring at this. This one seems like the most likely prospect to me. What I'm a little concerned about is we've had times in the past where it's been like the shape of a number of different lots all together. But this one is one on its own, which there aren't too many that are like a single on its own. And obviously this has the same basic shape, but like this angle's different and stuff. So let's try this one. This was a mistake. Well, oh no, getting those wrong gives me that sanity drain now. I mean, I don't have to water my plants to like build up my compass again. So maybe that's how they are compensating for that. I just remembered we also have this, and this looks more like it's intended to overlay something. And I was struggling with that because I'm like, obviously you can't overlay this over any of the town, but it is kind of the shape of, or the size of some of these rooms. It looks like that one, right? Whatever this room is opposite the library. Yay! I did it! I was like, oh, this is not a great way to start a video. Anyway, it's fine. A portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absent-mindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I am about to leave when I spot a crate under the chest of drawers. This could be something. Nice. Well, I guess pop you over here with this other moon themed thing. And I'll just double check because it's been a couple of weeks since I actually recorded this. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have any like clues or anything, which I don't. So let's get David in here for the morning mail. Good morning, David. Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I have to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckon. Thank you. The triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you'll at least have heard of it, but did you know this? I calculated the exact center point and there's a small clearing there. It can't be a coincidence. What's more, there's a certain energy about it, not entirely welcoming either. I wonder if you might take a look for it yourself. Thomas Pope and Hamish. Hamish is the dog. Alright, so what am I looking for? A triangle of pine trees. I assume that's not going to be on this map. Triangle of pine trees. Is it actually called the triangle? It is not listed that I'm seeing. Here we go. Number 6. Heathwood. I mean, that is a triangle. Sure enough, as I approach the center of the curious triangular copse at the heart of Heathwood, I come across a clearing. A tree that has been split in two stands in the center. Sunlight breaks through, and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately, I'm struck by a sense of ominous power, and my intuition tells me that there's something unusual here at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster, I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants arranged in a triangular shape. Ooh! Exciting. Alright, we can pop that into the archive. And then I guess we'll hang these up with our other pendants. And another creepy hand. I'll keep the creepy hands together. There you go, creepy hands. Try not to touch each other too much, alright? Alrighty, let's go. Alright, Jupiter. Gus Foley. It's been many years since I've performed the Rite of the Red Knives, but I can still remember every step. Isn't that a thing from Game of Thrones? I'd do it one more time before I die if only I could get my hands on an Orford Spire. I tried that place in Arnside and they sent me here. Orford Spire. Not you, not you, you. Let's see if you're actually in the book. You are! Okay. During the Rite of the Red Knives, an Orford Spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. That's 9 nights. That's lovely, isn't it? When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, although perhaps not for the goat. I mean, that's fair. An Orford Spire is submerged in goat's blood and imparts vitality. I know nothing about this, like, other than the links to blood and vitality. Maybe I need to look those up in here. Vitality is another word for strength, so it could be that symbol. I'm not seeing any of that. It's just the little horns, because this is the thing that the blood is in, and these are the horns. So that is the Orford Spire, but that could be anything. Nothing to remark. Warm, hard and cool. Gold and stone. I don't know if I saw that symbol in my book. Let's have a quick look. If I click on blood. Okay, just Orford Spire comes up. I mean, this is spire-ish. I'm just concerned that I'm already a little cuckoo banana pants, but let's give this a crack. No, I should slow this down and think more carefully. I always find that so shady when it says that. Okay, Rite of the Red Knives. Something spiky. Maybe it's just the thing that has the blood looking stuff on it, like this one. It's flecked with dark red. It's flecked with blood. I mean, it has an energy. A substance flakes off. I mean, shrug. Okay, there you go. 2 of the points are visible in the sketch. Dried blood. Okay. It's just been used before and we don't wash up our artifacts properly before selling them to people, I guess. All right. Sorry, kitty. Hey, Eli. Hey, boss. No, I'm doing great. I need to go away for a few days again. The Order of the Black Veil will have the information I'm looking for. They seek to understand the world beyond death, drinking an elixir that sinks them into a deep trance. If I'm right, they may be able to shed light on these events. The only problem is, I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that Guise of Lillian? It won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me. You think he could just tell me what it is? He's my boss. He should be like, that one right there. These items allow the bearer to pass unrecognized. If used for any length of time, the wielder can begin to lose their sense of self. The remains of bygone creatures have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bones to trilobites and ammonites. Is that how you say that? I don't know. And devil's toenails. Okay. A Guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of this ancient source of power. So I'm looking for like shell, bone, something along those lines. Oh, I didn't put my Orford Spire away. Let me just... Sorry, boss. I'm reorganizing the shop. I've got to keep on top of things. You know how it is. You can go there. And I'm changing your label to blue. Done. All right, back to what you were asking for. Shells. I mean, that looks like a shell. It appears to be a fossilized creature of some sort. It's stone. I notice a slight out-of-body feeling like my hands belong to something else. Okay, that's definitely it. I'm 100% confident in that one. All right. See you, boss. Shop's in good hands. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Totally fine. Haven't got anyone murdered yet. There we go. I think that's how the alphabet works. Okay, kitty. Let's do it. Oh, a new person. Rebecca Rose. Hello. Oh, is that a cat? My eyes are completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. I do hope I'm in the right place. My daughter tells me this is a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has always been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm at a bit of a loss. I know that I will never see again, but is there anything in your collection that might help me paint again? I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. Hey, look, lady, I get it. Aries Remnant or Spirit Eye? Okay, Aries Remnant. These objects induce a form of synesthesia where colours and tones, light and shadow can be felt through touch. They are sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions such as miners. The gemstones in an Aries Remnant are arranged in the shape of the constellation that shares its name. And the other was Spirit Touch? Was it Spirit Touch? No, Spirit Eye. Spirit Eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into a world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show, another layer beneath the visible world perhaps, a layer that requires something more than the traditional sense to experience. They draw the power from opposing symbols. Look, I'm gonna go with the Aries Remnant. She seems nice. So, Aries is a constellation. Is that the shape of the yes, okay, so that's the shape of the constellation. I thought it might be in the symbology book. So the gemstones are arranged in the shape of the constellation that shares their name. Gemstones, you say. So it's this then, right? Rough, polished, dark purple gemstone, slate. It's gonna be that. I think it has to be. I'm not seeing anything else with gemstones in that pattern. I did it. I did it. I did it. Pop you at the very beginning. Okay. Let's go. Clarence Hawker. Those ravens have done for 3 more buggers. 2 of them up at Calgarth and another fella a fisherman. People are getting a bit panicky around here. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. And now this fog too, with the nights drawing in and me working late. I refuse to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. Sunbond. This thing is actually glowing. See? So it could be that, but let's look it up first. Sunbond is small and lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly and made of a non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. All right, well, I'm pretty confident. So colour and composition, a blue glass and iron, cool and smooth. No, it did say a gemstone though. It did say a gemstone, didn't it? Made of some non-precious metal housing a gemstone of light. Iron is non-precious. Look, I'll give it a shot. It is glowing. So it seems like a likely choice. Okay, it's not. Great. Okay, a gemstone. I need to be careful. If I do that again, I'm going to have to play that dice game. Are you a gemstone of light? Cool and smooth, intricate detailing, green marble, iron. Marble, is marble a gemstone? I don't think so. Turquoise gemstone, bronze. Nothing to remark, nothing to remark. Hard and cool polished. It could be that. Let me have another look at, does it say, it just says it's a Sunbond. It's small, lightweight and designed to be carried discreetly. Okay, so lightweight is another clue. I mean, this is lightweight. So it could be that. I feel like it's probably not going to be this one just because it's covered in so much. I mean, it does say gemstone though. Is it lightweight is the question. Yes. Maybe I should look up some of these symbols and see if they... Because I feel like with so many symbols on it, surely that's not going to be it. But I could look... There was a snow on there. What else was on there? There's like a little fence, fish hook, a cross with 2... Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Lightning... This thing. Okay, so this one's something weather related. Unless it's like light in all weathers. Because that looks like it's got every kind of symbol for weather on it. Bronze, an orange gemstone, polished. A little warmer than I would expect. You know, if this is light, I think it might be this one. Because it's warm and we're talking about the sun. Yes! Okay. Amber is a stone of light. Oh, was I meant to have looked in the gemstone? I should have looked in the gemstone book. I'm a dummy. So just for my future reference, because I kind of forgot that that gemstone book existed. Amber, the sunstone. Okay. Yeah. If I'd have looked in that book, it would have been very obvious, but I didn't. So that's fine. Let's move on. Audrey Bell, bend your ears to the trees. Hold your palm out to the wind. The ravens can feel it. Can you? Something is stirring. I will need a Holgan Grimm in the coming days. I mean, are you like one of those cult guys from the last game? asking for a friend. Although she didn't say that the Raven's feeling it was a good thing. These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for his protection. Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment. Path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. Okay, so that isn't giving villain. The sacrament to ask for his protection. Let's check the index. Is there an entry for sacrament? Not on this page, but that's not how the alphabet works. Sacrament, Holgensgrim. Well, I knew that already. There's nothing here relating to Holgar. The closest I can find is we have relating to death. There is a symbol for death. These are all just links to the index. I just clicked through all of them. You guys don't need to see it, but on the index, it literally, for each of these, it just shows Holgensgrim in the entry. So if I click Wolfsong's Truth, it literally just shows an entry for this. So it's sort of circular. But if I look for this symbol and this symbol maybe, so we've got the loop and the two squares, and we'll just see if anything leaps out at me. Can you imagine going to a shop and like, this is what you get? I might look up the two symbols on this. So we've got a circle with the double lines and a triangle with double lines. I'm just going to look for those symbols and see what they mean. Heat and cold. I wonder if I can label it with something, because there were icons you could do, but I think I'd rather just write heat, cold with words, because otherwise I'm just going to have to look up those symbols again. This is all weather labels just while I'm here. Weather related icons. Okay, so Moonstone is a stone of protection, so possibly it could be Moonstone related. Let's run down the Moonstone connection. This one does look a bit like Moonstone. I said that at the start, but it does say that it's glass. A pinkish gemstone, a black gemstone, an orange gemstone. Pearly opalescent with pink off-white, so maybe it is. These two both have two gemstones, but this one's got the pink on it. Onyx, black striated, a stone of the night and darkness. There are some who fear it and some who are seduced by it. Neither of those seem to be warrior or Wolfsong. And the other one was yellow, which is amber, the sun, fire and light, heat and life. What about this one? A pinkish gemstone. Cold, warm, cold and smooth. This is also a moonstone. Worn by priests of Holgar. That suggests a necklace though, right? And it says eerie. Do I have any necklaces other than this thing? And eerie to me suggests when I click on it, it's going to weird me out. I guess it could also be this ring. That is something you could wear. I was kind of just looking at the pendants. So there's that little spiral, which is rebirth. I don't know. Let's have a quick look at him. Nothing to remark. I was expecting it to smell worse than it does. I mean, leathery and bony, unpleasant to touch, gold, withered flesh. Ew. I mean, it is grim. I actually am a little lost. So I think I'm going to ask for a hint. I did label the symbols on these where I saw an icon, like a hermetic symbol, just so that I have it on there. I'm looking for an eerie item. I mean, I figured that out already. Let's get another one. The sketch shows a priest with their back to me, but if they're wearing a Holgensgrim, perhaps there's a clue there. He's got a headband. Something you can wear around your head. A mask? I mean, that's kind of eerie. A dark blue-green gemstone. Hard and rough. Could it be this? Could it be the mask? I'm just going to look up that gemstone real quick and see what it is. Vivianite, blue-green, a stone of death and decay. It grows on coffins and waterlogged corpses. I mean, it could be that. That is at least death-related. Creations, they're eerie, they're worn, blah, blah, blah. So it's eerie and it's death-related. It matches these. I don't get the sacrament, the truth, and the warrior. I don't understand that, but I'm going to give it a try because I feel like I've been here too long. Okay. The mask is an eerie item that can be worn. The sketch shows a priest wearing the mask. Using the index, we can find a sketch of Holgar. Can we? Let's look that up real quick because I want to see what I missed because otherwise I'm not going to learn. So there was an entry for Holgar specifically because I did look in the index, but heart chamber. Oh yeah. You're a funny looking lad. Cool. All right, let me just sort him to the correct side. I don't really care about the shape of the label, to be honest. I just want the color to be blue. There we go. It was a mask. I was just looking at necklaces, apparently. All right, kitty, let's go. Feline priorities, pet Jupiter 30 times. I mean, I did. Inside was the reason they had toiled so hard, a small black casket, a very valuable small black casket. They knew enough not to open it, perhaps too little to fully understand the danger it posed. Did you unleash the ravens? I'm just saying. I've just come to realize there are tiny dots that show you the direction you're meant to go. I don't need to fumble. Up the stairs left, then left again. Second on the right is where I spend each night. So that's going to be a reference to the castle, presumably. Up the stairs would take me to here. Left, then left again. Left would take you through this room if you're going directly left. Unless it's... That's right, though. Left, left again. Am I being a bit dumb here? I'm assuming up the stairs. Unless it's up the stairs, these stairs. Left, left. Second on the right would be this, if it was that. But I'm ignoring some right turns in there, which doesn't feel right. Mars in winter, rising in summer. Oh, good. So it could be this room, if I take some creative liberties. Look, we'll try it. This doesn't seem right. There's nothing here. Cool. Cool, cool. Let's try again. Let's assume up these stairs. So that would put us here. Left, the first left I come to that isn't a room, that would be a dead end. That goes back down. Unless they mean these stairs. So up these stairs, left. I'm not seeing any stairs where you can just go left. Unless it's like these stairs. That goes down though. Oh, there's lots of stairs on this map. Up the stairs. Left, left again, second on the right. If it's these stairs, this works. This doesn't seem right. Okay. I guess that's going up. This is the base of the stairs, so that didn't make sense. Left, left again, second on the right. Oh my god. I just had to try every set of stairs until I found a set where you could go left twice. The bedroom looks like it hasn't been used for some time. A thin layer of dust coats the furnishings and cobwebs decorate every corner. Pulling back the thin curtains lets some light in, but more importantly, they reveal a macabre item that's been hiding on the windowsill all this time. Ew! I feel like he's flipping me off. You can just go there, you creepy little thing. I'm just going to rearrange this a little bit because this is my happy place and also because this area is getting quite crowded. So we'll put the big old mask there. Cool. All right, kitty. Helena Appleton. I can never get any peace in my house. When am I to find time to do my writing? I've tried beeswax, but that makes my ears sore, and besides, I can still hear the shouting and the banging at all hours. I heard you might be able to help me. St. John's anvil. Just beat the anvil until everyone shushes. Oh, it's a flower. These items have much in common with the St. John's poppy plant of the same name. That is St. John's poppy, can confirm. A fact that is reflected in their designs. They have quite different uses, however, whereas the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen sound. They can even be tuned to filter out certain noises but allow others to be heard. I'm gonna guess, just because it's got the leaf pattern, gold and silver, because it does look like these leaves when the plant overcomes deafness, because it says reflected in their designs. I don't think I have anything else with a really overt plant theme. Let me just quickly double check because I've already burned through some sanity this morning. I guess it could be this one. Nothing to remark. Sounds are muffled. Okay, so it is this one. I have often wished for something like that, but something that would mute sound of other people rather than muting it on my end. So like when you're in the movie theater and people are being really annoying, like a silence spell, just so that they can't make noise anymore. I would love that. Anyway, hey kitty. Hello, Baron, or Barton. You must be the thaumaturge's apprentice. I bet he's a hard man to work under. He's helped me out more than once in the past, though. And speaking of the past, my eye has been aching again lately. That can't be a good sign. I'd be willing to make a fair trade for an Elvis stone if you have one. Do I? I mean, maybe. Elva stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as Braxis or burning blood. I really should be making this bigger each time for you guys. The planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline, a connection that is also reflected in their design. Okay, planetary metals I know is a thing in one of these books. Not that one, this one, because I've spent a lot of time staring at this so far today. We have planetary metals associated with the Selenic discipline, which isn't immediately obvious. Cool. Selenic of the moon. So a metal associated with the moon. The moon is silver. So it's made of silver. Well, I guess let's look for things that are made of silver. It's a stone made of silver. We know that's not. I've looked at that a few times. That's tin. Iron. That's bronze. Silver. A stone made of silver. An ethereal quality. Cold and smooth, rough and pitted. Was it meant to be ethereal? An ethereal quality. I wouldn't have said ethereal. I mean, everything else about this looks correct. Well, let's give it a go. Yay! Crescent moons and it's silver. Okay, I shouldn't read into it any more than that. Is this the fair trade? Thanks. I love it because we're not actually really trading anything because we get to keep the items, but that's fine. We have the ability to clone them, I guess. You can go sit here next to the sextrum. Hi, Verona. I've been doing some reading. See what you make of this. Ambra. That fisherman they found yesterday has been up at White Beck, so I'm going to go see if I can find out anything there. Here I go again, sticking my nose into trouble because I don't seem to be able to listen to that part of me that says, go put the kettle on and let someone else deal with it for a change. It's bloody-minded arrogance to follow that thought with, but there isn't anyone else. But here we are and here I am. They'll do it all wrong anyway. I love Verona so much. She was like my favorite character from the first game. Anyway, I want to read that thing that she just gave me. What was it called again? Literally, I've already forgotten what it said. I mean... I'm just saying. That's definitely a finger. Ambra, these items cause mental fog, a withering of intellect and thought. They're slow to work, requiring several hours to have any effect. Through prolonged use, they can cause the whites of the eyes to turn black. They produce a noctic field. Okay, so she's saying that that is the thing that is causing the black eyes. Right. I mean, that does check out. Francis Mason. I have been wearing a pendant that I found in the library and it does something to me. It gives me an appetite for reading that I cannot control. I was lost in the library for 3 days without eating or sleeping before I managed to take the pendant off and escape. It is rather pretty though. Someone told me I need a Cussic purifier and that this is the place to get one. A small topaz gemstone known as the Eye is placed in a strong smelling liquid, usually some potent barley, spirit or vinegar. Small tokens such as rings or amulets submerged in the liquid and left for a full cycle of the moon are cleansed of simple imbued curses or hexes. There's a limit to the effectiveness of this process. A topaz gemstone. Those are yellow, right? Pale yellow. A yellow gemstone in a strong smelling liquid. Yellowed paper. A strong odor and it rattles. I think it's going to be that. I might just quickly look up the symbol and see if that means anything. Because I can't see the gemstone in there, but also it's literally got the symbol for vinegar on it. I mean, okay. Cool. Valent. All right. I feel like I should be reading the new entries more closely. I know I definitely did that more in the previous game, but I'm kind of just trying to like look at them as I come to them, you know? Like I spent a lot of time in Strange Horticulture going through every single item and pre-labeling them. And I've done that a little bit as I've been studying them, but I haven't been doing it constantly. I need more shelf space. It's because I've been putting all of my labeled ones together. All right, let's go. Simone. Oh, Simone. She was my bestie in that previous game. I've been working on something that you might find interesting. Did you know that nobody knows who built Strange Antiquities? It's very old, perhaps the oldest building in Undermere, according to some accounts. Even Eli doesn't know all of its secrets. I've been decoding a journal that he found. It's slow work, but I've been making a bit of a breakthrough recently. Have you discovered the plinths below the counter? I've learned that they can be used to access the shop's hidden depths. And this journal holds some of the keys. Here's something I discovered late last night. See what you make of it. She's actually Verona's daughter. It took me an embarrassingly long time to figure that out. Alco key, horn shackle, evercant, and then a moon something. The writing is dense and spidery, so it's not always easy to decipher. That is the rune for protection. I'm guessing these are the plinths. So a horn shackle, that was that. Evercant. All right. And something, a moon something. Moon something. It could be a moonstone guardian for the banishment of Hobbs fear and Noctic sight. Look, I would guess if that were the case, it would be this. It's not doing anything, but there was that item that was called a moon something, but it wasn't actually labeled as that. It was commonly known as that. Moon heart, the Selenic totem. A moon heart. We did have a Selenic totem as well. This one. This one was the bane of my existence in the first part, I remember. Hey! Ooh! I looked down because she said down. I didn't know it was going to be up. What have we got here? Little tiles. I had 2 of them. Let's just get them out. I had 2 of them downstairs. I'm just going to get everything out. A sharp aroma. Wood oak, if I'm not mistaken. I got cups, you guys. That's exciting. I'm going to put you up here next to the tree. I'm going to put the 3 cups together. My boss is going to get back and be like, why have you been in the basement? No, to be fair, he didn't know this existed. I've done him a favor. Can I put these down here and then move them down? Because I had another one of these tiles. I could put them all together. Oh, look. So maybe I have to figure out the pattern. Oh God. All right. That's the symbol for platinum. That's the symbol for antimony, potassium, bismuth, zinc, phosphorus, arsenic. Because that way they're all together. No, because it's the whole way round. They're not going to be alphabetical. Are they? No, because this is alphabetical. Maybe it's just whichever one is missing in a sequence. So it would be this one that's missing here. So in this section, it's phosphorus that's missing. And then here, so antimony? I mean, it's not doing anything. Oh, there's a 4th tile, in which case this one must go down here. Because I was going to say, they're the same. So I think those 3 are correct. So then we need to find 1 more tile. I don't know if they're going to stay there between days or whatever. But I did at least solve this bit, so I feel better. There you go, kitty. Jim Wolf. Hello, sir. After years of working in a thundering mill, I'm afraid I'm quite deaf now. I've tried St. John's Poppy, but I'm looking for a more permanent solution. I would love to be able to hear my niece's laughter. Aww. A hearing charm. I'm guessing it's not going to be called that, right? That would be... Oh, no, it is. Well, there you go. A simple trinket that amplifies sounds while generally used by the hard of hearing. They're a curiosity that can be enjoyed by young and old alike. And of course, they have more devious applications too, making it possible to eavesdrop on private conversations. Take the form of animals known for their hearing. Are they known for their hearing? I have nothing to remark. No. Bats? Are they known for their hearing? So I think it's the bat, because when I do this... Sorry, that's probably really annoying. But it says every sound has become both louder and clearer. Bats are known for their hearing. Is onyx known for something? A stone of the night and darkness. That's not necessarily a bad thing. What I'm trying to figure out when I do things like double checking what the stone means on the item that I've already identified, it's because I'm trying to understand how the game uses like gemstones and whether they, you know, indicate something or whatever. Like, I'm sure they do. I'm sure that the game, they will have put some thought into how they design each one. Shush, I didn't mean to do that. I was doing inner perception and I was like, I can't hear anything. And then I remembered that hearing was actually an option. It's fine. I'm just gonna sort my things again a bit. I might need to condense the ones I haven't identified and actually spill out into that zone. But I'm gonna end this part here. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below as always. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.